And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. And for tonight's episode, I'm actually doing this one a little. Actually, I'm doing this one solo for tonight. And matter of fact, this is actually going to be a short film that I just watched. It's called Farmer Lee. It's part of the Hollyshorts Film Festival that was being taken place over in Hollywood, California, where other pro- um, film producers, directors were actually a part of, and I had a privilege to be able to review this film. This is a film that is very, very touching. Not only very touching, but very passionate and adamant about what Farmer Lee wanted to do with his life. Wanted to produce from some fresh vegetables and things like that. But this, like I said, is part of the Holly Shorts Film Festival that was taking place last week, and it wrapped up Sunday. But I have other people, other directors, writers, and stuff like that reaching out to me, wanting me to do a review on certain movies. This happens to be one of them. This is actually a documentary short film. This movie only clocks in around 7 minutes and 24 seconds, I believe. But man, does it clock in at 7 minutes and 24 seconds. But there's a lot of stuff that you can actually talk about within the 7 minutes. For instance, Farmer Lee in his life is just outstanding, and also too very resilient. One thing I have to say about Farmer Lee Jones is the fact that he is passionate about what he does. He cares about what he does, and also too the fact that you have somebody that loves to farm, loves all that work. Farming is very complex. Not only is it complex, but it's the fact that it's also very a patient job in a sense, because of the fact that you don't know what the crops are going to do from season to season. You have to plan it around the almanac, around the sun, around everything else around it. I did some gardening and stuff like that with my dad and things like that. And let's just say I'm not a farmer, but I can just imagine what it's like to be a farmer, especially whenever you look at Farmer Lee. And this is something that I really found fascinating about him. His dad had a vision, 1,200 acres, fresh market vegetables from the late 1970s to the early 1980s in the field because of a bad hailstorm. And to me, I think that was actually part of the saddest part of this whole entire thing, aside from the fact that his dad did wind up passing away recently and things like that. But the fact is, Farmer Lee Jones is still doing what he loves doing, still feeling passionate about being a farmer, and also trying to give us some fresh produce. And the produce is actually the most important thing whenever it comes down to uh, doing certain things. And I think that's actually important in today's time, especially whenever we look at produce, when we look at vegetables and the way things are actually changing and evolving, and the way that they're trying to do things a lot faster pace. It seems like Farmer Lee Jones is actually taking a different turn where he's actually doing it at a slower pace, not trying to while also trying to give us fresh produce versus what they're actually putting in chemicals and stuff like that within other vegetables and things like that. But the drive is basically what I want to talk about, is the fact that, yeah, he had a business that failed, and because of that bad hailstorm. But at the same time, at 19 years old, he had to auction off everything within that whole entire deal. Otherwise, because of the fact that they went bankrupt, the business failed because of the bad hailstorm and things like that. And I liked how his father put it, and I also liked how Farmer Lee Jones puts it: is either you can stay at where you're at, pretty much. And I'm just summarizing. And I'm not going for verbatim. I'm just paraphrasing at what I saw and everything. But it's either you can stay where you're at and say, poor you, I'm going to go on ahead and give up, or you can go ahead and move forward and go in with your dream all the way in. And that's exactly what Farmer Lee Jones does. He winds up deciding, you know what? Yeah, it failed, but you know what? Farming is my business. Farming is my passion. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way in, full throttle, not give up, have the resilience of what it's like to be a farmer. And I have to give Farmer Lee Jones props for that. And also, too, this is also another thing that I really feel that was actually fascinating to me, was the fact, yeah, like I said before, bad hailstorm, no crops, 19 years old, having to do auction, everything had to be auctioned off. His dad never gave up, and the same attitude was passed on to Farmer Lee Jones, like I said. And then also too, uh, Farmer Lee Jones and he makes top of the line vegetables. Chefs do their shopping at this place that he goes to, and that he works at this farm. And it's just outstanding to see the chefs go over there every season to see what Farmer Lee Jones has, so that they can prepare their meals. Also, too, I like the artisticness of being a chef, being able to figure out what your food needs to give you that whole entire authenticness of eating at a restaurant, of experiencing something new, something creative. And also, too, they also mention this other guy, Jamie, who's Chef Jamie, who gives a fresh perspective of actually giving produce, and also to giving Farmer Lee Jones a fresh perspective of what to get, what not to get. And even Farmer Lee Jones also said this. He goes, "There's stuff that I would not have thought about getting myself, and Jamie winds up getting told me to go ahead and get it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it." And Jamie winds up making something fun, making something creative, making something artistic out of something that is food, and making it fun. But not only making it fun, but making some awesome crafts while you're at it, and making, and even Gordon Ramsay can actually vouch for this. Being an being a chef is artistic. It's art. You're making art for other people, and you're also putting your heart and soul and energy into something that you're hoping that people will like. And that's something that I really have to say, that I feel like with Farmer Lee Jones, he's doing the same thing that Gordon Ramsay's doing. Jamie's doing the same thing as Gordon Ramsay is doing as well. When it comes down to passion, when it comes down to getting great produce, and also to cooking, being a chef, this is, to me, a great short film documentary. Like I said, it only clocks in at maybe 7 minutes and 30 seconds long, I believe. I could be wrong on the time limit or whatever, but still, that's not the point. You're going into this film, watching this farmer, watching him grow his garden, his farm. And while he's also trying to build his farm, he's also trying. Here's another thing, though, too. He's also maybe on a struggle, but on that struggle, he's learning to actually grow produce. He's actually trying to build his dream back up again, and that's something that's really cool. And also, too, this is one of the other thing I find that's very interesting, and this is a direct quote that he actually says. Either you can choose to be sustainable, or you can find yourself being regenerable. Now, sustainable is basically you hang on and sustain yourself, and you just go with the flow, and you don't adapt. You don't adapt to new things. You just sit there and be stagnant. And that's pretty much what being sustainable is. Or you can choose to grow, choose to adapt into the new world of way of things and stuff like that, the new cultures, new everything, and try to pick your produce in a certain way that's actually smart and also fun at the same time. And regenerating yourself is being able to adapt to change. And I feel like Farmer Lee Jones does this in this film, where the old way of maybe farming and everything may not be what he needs to do. He needs to mix in maybe the new way of the old school and the new school of way of doing things, and combine that together. And like I said, I love his passion. I love this film for what it is. It gave me a lot to actually think about when it comes down to doing crops. It gave me that enthusiasm. I'm not giving up on your dream, regardless of the fact that you may be hitting rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, don't just say, "Oh, I'm stuck in this rut." You need to be resilient. You need to keep going. You don't give up on what you're passionate about, or what your dream is. And this is what Farmer Lee Jones does. And I just want to say this on behalf of people that buys produce, that and stuff like that. Thank you to all the hardworking farmers out there that gives us our produce, that gives us the reason to go into the grocery store and gives us our groceries and stuff like that. Because without you guys, we wouldn't have fresh produce, fresh product for us to have at the supermarkets or at the farmers market as well. So I just want to say thank you to Farmer Lee Jones. Thank you to all the other farmers and stuff like that, even Future Farmers of America Association. I would just want to say thank you. And so, with that being said, guys, I know this is only going to be a short film, but I just want to say thank you, everyone that was able to watch um, this review live. But if you guys can't, that's perfectly fine. Go on ahead, check this out on the audio only format later on. Also, too, go on ahead, follow me at Movie Lovers TV Lovers Unite underneath the same brand name on Instagram, Pinterest, and all that other good stuff. And yeah, go on ahead, follow me over there. Then, of course, guys, go on ahead, go over to Good Pods. That's a great place that other podcasters, and also if you listen to podcasts and stuff like that, it's a great place to listen to podcasts, and also to tell us what you think about our show, tell us what you didn't like about our show. tell us about individual episodes that we've done. You can actually interact with us. It's basically social media for podcasting, and it's a great community. Also, too, the play button is really smooth to play and everything, and it's very smooth app. I'd have to say that. And then, of course, guys, go on ahead and get your audio only podcast wherever you guys get your podcast from. And then, of course, you guys can go on ahead and follow me at Movie Lovers, TV Lovers Unite on Facebook, like I said before. But also, too, we're also doing a charity event right now. And how do you do that? You can go on ahead and hit the link below. But we're actually doing a charity event for St. Jude's Children's Hospital for kids who have cancer. So basically, all you do is buy yourself a Scentsy. All the proceeds go over to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So go on ahead, get yourself a Scentsy over there. Then, of course, if you guys want to donate to the page, how do you do that? You just go to Movie Lovers Unite / Movie Lovers Podcast and go on ahead, donate $5 to $10 over there to get just to keep the lights on here at Movie Lovers Unite. But if you can't, simple, smash that like button, smash that share button, smash that subscribe button. That goes a long way over here at Movie Lovers Unite. Then, of course, if you guys want to go on ahead, follow me underneath Movie Lovers Unit 001 on TikTok as well. That's how you can follow me. Sometimes I do some promotional stuff. Sometimes I do little clip outs and stuff like that of certain episodes. Then, of course, guys, go ahead and follow me underneath Movie Lovers Unit on Twitter as well. And then if you're a sponsor and would like to be on the show, all you have to do is go ahead and email me at movieloversunite@gmail.com. And that's everywhere that you can reach me at. And that's all my social medias. I hope that you guys enjoy this review of Farmer Lee Jones. And always until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I can't wait to do this again. And bye-bye.